Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. I am out on a 4-hour chart and showing since the low we had a 5-wave impulse to the upside. Third came past the 1.618 extension of wave 1 off wave 2. Our fourth wave corrected between the 236 and the 382% retracement of wave 3. We then extended for our fifth wave up past the 2.382 extension, a common target for our fifth wave. So now what we're looking for is a correction to correct this entire move, expecting it in a 3-wave pattern, and also expect it to take between 618 and a 1-to-1 extension in time of this entire 5-wave move to the upside. We put on those guidelines so that it keeps us out of trouble of over trading, thinking a bottom's already in, and just to keep us within guidelines. So what I'm expecting here is a few different patterns. The issue is when we start with 3 waves to the downside, we can get many different corrective moves. A few of them is a regular flat where we don't make a higher high and we slightly break this A wave. Another one is we make a regular flat where we just come to the high and then double bottom. Another flat is we come between the 1.236 and 1.382 extension of this A wave, and we don't make a lower low. So you can see the issue when we start with 3. So just tracking this in smaller time frames. The other option we can get here is a triangle to the upside. Unlikely though, because this would be a larger 1, 2, or an A, B. So looking at this area down here, there was one other option where our A wave was over here and we're making a running flat, and our C wave would be over here and we'd have an A, B, C. That's slowly going out the window though, just based on the smaller wave panning out here. So as soon as we make higher highs here, I'm getting rid of this option. But as of right now, looking for this B wave to correct to the upside in 3 waves. Let's go down to these smaller time frames. Had a flat pattern here as a 335 ABC for our A wave. Now working on our B wave. Go down to the smaller time frames. Currently have a diagonal for our A wave. I believe the B wave is in. So we had our diagonal to the upside, a nice 3-wave move to the downside. Full disclosure, I think I mentioned this last time, but I got in at, I'm in long right now. I got in at the 1-to-1 extension of this move here at, I'm on a different exchange, but I was in at 171 was my entry. So I'm currently long. I believe this bottom is in currently based on this current wave structure. I'll go down to the 5-minute and show you that. But remember how I use fib time just to help me, and look at the extension of wave A came to basically the 1-to-1. So we have the almost perfect amount of time to be complete here in our B wave, looking for a C wave to the upside. If our bottom is in, that target currently would be, let me get that right on the pivot. That would give us a target currently of 1534, which would open up the possibility that we're going to make, if we could just come to 1574, I think it said, we wouldn't be breaking highs unless we make an extension in this B wave. So we might be challenging just below the A wave in the future, just to keep in mind, but also find support in this previous 4th wave. And just to show you on linear, we're past the, we ticked the 50 already. So we'd use linear for our retracements here. Now back down to the 15-minute. Assuming our bottom is in and our target for our C wave is at 1534, where we expect this to pivot down for our C wave, go down to the 15-minute. This would be the beginning of our C wave. We have a nice 5-wave move to the upside currently. Our third got extended to the 2.382 extension, but I took the extension of wave 1, the length of wave 1, projected it off the length of wave 4, and that was our 1-to-1 at 1289. So we reached the 1-to-1 equal move of our wave 1 for our 5th. So pretty much ideal there. Similar as before, pulled the fib time of this wave, looking for it to correct by Saturday here. The 618 is Saturday around 10 a.m. The 1-to-1 is Saturday evening. So as long as this doesn't get extended, which is possible, you can see 5 clean waves. It looks pretty impulsive to the downside. So it looks like we're in the middle of this correction. So what I'd look for is either a diagonal structure for an A wave, come up for our B or C wave to the downside, or complex structures for A, B, C, W, X, Y, something like that. But as of right now, I've moved my stop up to this previous wave. My risk is much less, about in at 1171. Here, I'll just put that up on the chart. Easier to just put it up. I'm on a different exchange, that's why it's not on here. But originally I was something like this, moving my stop to this low currently. The reason I'm doing that, by the way, just so you know, is in case this turns into a flat pattern and we're still in the B wave. Just putting it to this low for now. Once we make a clear impulsive move, I'll be raising my stops much higher. But I am looking to add some more position size here since my stop is tighter. I have a little more equity to risk. And I'll be looking to add it in these areas between the 382 and the 618 of this move. Probably the 382, because ideally we make some sort of flat correction and hold this 4th wave. But it doesn't have to. That would just be ideal. So one last thing to keep in mind is if this makes some sort of 5, 3, 5 as like a diagonal here, that would be a 3-wave move, and we'd be coming up between the 1.236 and 382 extension of this wave. And if we reject from there, what I would expect is this would be a flat, an A, B, C, like so, and my B wave would move over, and we just got a really long B wave, which can happen. It can happen. But as long as we break this high for that scenario, I would expect to protect this low if it was an A wave. So no reason to change my stop from that area. All right, guys, that's it for ICP. Current target is 1534 if we hit the 1-to-1 extension. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.